Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Kickstarter crap. Today the piece of crap that we're looking at is called Frontier Fantasy. Experience this new JRPG following the good old classics. Hashtag Frontier Fantasy. Robert. 14. Yes. I am ready to play. Kickstarter 101. If you want your game to sound interesting and cool, use words like expansive to describe your game world, even though your game world probably isn't even close to expansive. I really don't understand why people say this. A game like Minecraft, that's an expansive world. World of Warcraft has world in the title. I'm pretty sure the world is going to be pretty damn expansive. Your JRPG isn't probably going to be all that expansive, and I don't see the point of even bringing it up because I feel like most people who play JRPGs don't sit at home and say, you know what, I really like this JRPG, but the world isn't expansive. Lesson number 2. If you want to use a big word to describe your game, use a word like exclusive. The nice thing about the word exclusive is that it isn't exclusive. This means you can apply it to nearly everything. So, for instance, I can say that my hair is exclusive. My hair is exclusive to my body. So if I refer to my body in any capacity, I can say that my fingernails are exclusive, my teeth are exclusive, my asshole is exclusive, my dick is exclusive, my back acne is exclusive. All of it is exclusive, but it's a terrible way to describe a thing. I wouldn't say that her face is exclusive. I wouldn't describe a pretty girl in that way. I would say it's beautiful. It is gorgeous. I wouldn't say, it's exclusive. Because it's just like stating facts. Like, of course, her face is part of her body. No one's arguing that. Instead, here's an alternative, because I often don't offer alternatives. Instead of saying a word like exclusive, use a very, a subjective word like beautiful. Because, like, anyone can be like, oh, my game is beautiful. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so you could be right. No one's going to be like, no, it's ugly. I mean, some people might be that way, but no one's going to take that is ugly as fact. So yeah, just fuck off. And going off on that exclusive tangent, I forgot to mention that they mentioned an exclusive day and night system as if that is something special. It could be something special if they did their day and night system in a weird way, but they really didn't. I mean, it's the same, it's timer-based. Like, every fucking 15 minutes, it's a new day or a new night. Like, that's how night systems work. It's not like, oh, it turns night when you flick your nipple. It's not something unusual like that. In that case, I would say, oh, it's exclusive. But it's not very exclusive, let's be honest. Holy crap. So basically this game is like the epitome of unoriginality. It's got like the same stereotypical RPG turn-based shit that we've seen before. Honestly, I think they'd be better off if they did a parody. If they did a parody of these games, they'd almost come out on top. I'd be like, this is a brilliant parody. It's exactly like everything I've seen before. But it's just the same fucking crap over and over again. And I'll tell you what, the name is even unoriginal. Frontier Fantasy, does that ring a bell at all? I'm pretty sure it rings a bell with me. Can't think of the name of the game right now. Can't possibly conjure up the the name of this game. Like, what? You know what? I'm starting to think it's not even copying any game, you know? It's not even slightly similar to any game. Like, how many games have fantasy in the name? Or frontier, for that matter? None. Okay, so the anime characters, they're very stereotypical. We got it. They're going to be stereotypical till the end of time. They're always going to have their hair and their emotions and all that shit. But I'd like to see some variation in the enemies. But in this game, it looks like the enemies are just like the standard, like, white mask, like, no-face looking motherfuckers with, like, robes and shit. Like, it's very unoriginal. Like, extremely ball-sackingly unoriginal. I don't know what ball-sackingly means, but I'm going to stick with it, and we're going to continue on. And just as I thought this game had reached the peak of genericness, here comes the fucking cherry blossoms. If you weren't convinced that this game was a JRPG up until now, you should be. There should be no doubt in your mind that this is a JRPG. I feel like every game and movie that wants to convey some sort of Japanese setting throws a fucking cherry blossom in there. We need to make this set look more Japanese. We'll throw a cherry blossom in there. We need to make him look more Asian. We'll throw a cherry blossom over there. I feel if you had like a 1,000 cherry blossoms behind me right now, I would appear slightly more Japanese. I believe that wholeheartedly. And it's fucking ridiculous. I feel like that country probably isn't as riddled with cherry blossoms as everything makes it seem. Like, I feel like there has to be a cherry blossom in front of every person's house, and before every kid goes to school, they do a backflip or a windmill kick off their cherry blossom. Then they march over to school where there's more cherry blossoms, and they're always fucking molting. Like, they're always molting. That's not the right word. Maybe, kind of. The leaves are always falling off a cherry blossom tree. There's never like, oh, that's a cherry blossom tree with no leaves on the ground around it. I'm Japanese. A lot of people say that I'm Chinese. They say, oh, look at that chink. Look at that Chinaman over there. But I want them to know that I'm Japanese. Well, simple thing. Throw a fucking cherry blossom behind you. That's what every fucking game and movie does. Throw a cherry blossom behind you, and you're Japanese, and you're a fighting game. And then there's this inexplicable combat system that uses cards with ace written on each one, but then a different shape in the middle of each one, so I really have no idea what any of it means, and I didn't even bother to look because, quite frankly, it just looks dumb. But now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if the attack animations are as far-fetched and unreasonable as they are in every other turn-based RPG. Yep, they are. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to tune in next time when I'm exclusively excrement.